What is up, guys? My name is Doc Bones, but you can call me D, and welcome back to Dark Souls. So, last episode we got through most of the forest. We did pretty much everything there is that we need to do right now, and I'm certain some of you who've played the game before are asking why we didn't go kill Sif. Well, it's because we're gonna wait till we do the DLC, because it's better that way. So, we're gonna just kick it right off, and we're gonna go tackle this Sens Fortress. This is like the testament. Not the testament. The crucible of this game, as this is the point in which all of the skills you've learned in the game up until this point are tested, because these enemies are fairly tough. They do a lot of damage. There are traps everywhere. Yeah, a lot of damage. So we're off to a great start today. Yeah, also, I feel like I should have mentioned this earlier. I did dye my hair. At this point, I don't know if I have any subscribers, but I just felt like it would be cool to do. I like dyeing my hair. It's a fun experience no matter what. So it's pink. I said it was pink, and I said it was gonna be pink, and it's pink. It's bright pink. Like, it's not just pink. To be honest, in the words of my mother had a phrase when describing hair colors like this, and that was, shoot me first. And that was in regards to a character from a game that she played. But it's a shoot me first color, as, let's be honest, it's pretty noticeable. But that's okay, because I think we're tanky enough. I think we can take it. So, Sens Fortress is difficult. It's not difficult as in just being, you know, a lot of enemies. It's not difficult like the Capra Demon. The Capra Demon tests your ability in combat, whereas Sens Fortress tests your ability with everything, whether it's combat or your agility, how observant. How well you observe things, how observant. That's the word. Observant you are. Here we go. See. Now, I did say we were going to do every mini-boss, which would mean that we're going to take on every Titanite Demon. But I don't know if we're going to go handle the Titanite Demons down there. There are a lot of them. There's Tar down there, which keeps you slowed, which we've got the Rusted Iron Ring to deal with. But at the same time, Titanite Demons, open spaces, multiple Titanite Demons. Okay, so the other thing is you're going to learn here in Dark Souls, in Sens Fortress, that in Dark Souls, nothing is to be trusted. And I'll show you, we're getting to that point here in just a moment. So now here's the cool thing, we can actually just stand here. And let him get murdered, but that's going to take a long time. So we're just going to do it ourselves and get ourselves murdered, because, you know, that's what we like to do in this game. This game is all about murdering yourself. Right? Pretty certain that's what I was told this game was about. Oh, wow. I survived that. Okay. Well, looks like we have to fight here. Bye. You would think that these Serpent men would be more aware of the traps than the freaking wait for the next boulder before we go down and meet up with Ziegmeyer. There it is. Ooh. Wow, it took a lot less damage than I thought it would. So that's the Shotel or Shottle. I don't know how you actually say it, but so if I don't know if you remember this guy, but you probably will.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you. Ah, so you see my sight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development.
Think you might have one more thing to say.
Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
Yep. Ziegmeyer of Katarina. Poor guy. Just wants to be... I don't remember his motivation, but he tries so hard. Okay, so we're not playing around with these boulders anymore because they really do hurt. So we're gonna wait right here for the boulder to go. And then as soon as it passes, we're gonna run up, go through that fog gate, which isn't a boss, but Sens Fortress in itself is kind of a boss. It's a boss area compared to a boss battle, I suppose. As, like I said, it is kind of a testament to what you've achieved. Alright, so here's the deal. You see the pressure plate there? We're going to try to finesse this to murder him. Because those arrows hurt a lot. And the snake men hurt a lot. And it's just... I seem to remember there being an easier way to get up here than just running past the boulders. So I remember this. I remember you. Oh, there is. Okay, I remember. So there's a room up at the top controlling where the boulders go. Well, bye. Drop anything? Oh well. Don't particularly care. So this is where we get the black sorcerer stuff. So out of curiosity, I wanted to read about that stuff because of Griggs, because he's kind of weird. Like, what was he doing here? What is their thing? But I want to know. Quote, remember the secret sorcerers at Vinheim Dragon School. They secretly work with the with sound-based spells. Is that all that has to say? Yep. Okay. So I guess he's not like a special ops, but secretly work with sound-based spells. And the only one they have is Hush. Oh right, there's other things over here. I was about to just check and see if there was, but I do remember there is other stuff over here. It's in here? Or is it down? Never mind, we don't want it. We don't need it. I don't even know where it is. And I know if anybody actually is going to comment on this video, they're just going to go on and on about how that item would be entirely worth it and how it would have been, you know, how it just ruined the play and ruined the experience for everyone by not getting the item. So we're going to go ahead and push this. Oh, see? I'm going to throw one ball. We're going to throw these. I know there's that way. I don't remember what's down here. Oh, that's the way we were going. Okay. Could have sworn. Oh, there is. Oh, right. Okay, so we've got the balls going their own directions now. So we're gonna go down here to the bottom. I don't think we had enough to get the colors gold. No, we definitely didn't. Because you can stack up the boulders in here. We don't have any. And then you can break the wall. So here's the deal. This, I remember. This is ingrained in my mind. This will forever be engraved in my mind because not all chests are to be trusted. Because some of them turn into these things, which are mimics. Or some of them are these things, which are mimics. And they are... if you open a chest that is a mimic, it will just eat you. I don't think you can survive it. I think it doesn't hurt. Like, I'm pretty certain you probably can, actually, but... you can also get a mimic to wear as a helmet. I think you get it by killing all... I think it's from killing all the mimics. He gives us the lightning spear. Which, a couple of my friends have used the entire game, like, from the beginning to the end. Okay, so it says imminent trap, which they're not lying, but it's also an elevator. We can just use it to hop on up there. Yep. Which is where we were going anyway. Okay, so we're going back up here. Boulders, boulders, boulders. And then we're going to go through here. And now this hallway is a pain in the ass, but if you don't notice that there is that there, probably going to take some serious damage. Or, yeah, the pressure plates in this one are not too hard to notice, but they do punish you if you don't notice them. Pendulums? I guess they're not really just pendulums. They're like pendulous axes. I have heard people refer to them as pendule axes, and that's just... I'm just not okay with that. And where is the camera? Okay, there it is. So in these tight quarters, we don't play with snakes. I like snakes. I like snakes a lot. Sorry, just a second. I don't know if you can hear Nimbus chewing, but I just don't want him disturbing the recording at all. So yeah, snakes, tight quarters doesn't mix well. Now we're gonna start trying to get parries off like that, and we're gonna change you out. Really. Oh, I didn't know he aggroed from up there. But that's okay. That is okay. We'll just do it right here. We want the Hornet Ring because it makes our critical attacks do more damage, which means we do a lot more with the bleed and everything. So I guess we're just gonna go back through it. We're gonna do the same thing. Lure one out. Wait till he's in position, and then pop him with the darts, or not. This place is much easier with a bow, because you can lure the snakes into the pendule axes without... Now I'm calling them pendule axes. You can lure them into the pendulums without putting yourself at risk. And I know I'm just backstabbing them. I'm sorry, I'm not making for instant combat. But I really I want to get through it. I don't want to... Sens Fortress is really cool. I love the dynamic. It makes it feel like an old school dungeon crawl. That's what it is, basically. It's full of... There are a bunch of secrets here. I think that'll probably be your demise, sir. Bye. Or not. But anyway, there are a bunch of secrets here, and most of them you have to get through by going through the tar pits. Okay, you can stop that. You got to get to most of them by going through the tar pits, which, like I said, probably not going to be doing. But I don't think any of them actually yield anything truly valuable. There's one where you get to fight the giant, the one who opened the gate for us, back in the cutscene. After we rang the second bell, sorry, I was concentrating there. So we're going to do the same thing to this guy again. We're going to try to be nimble about it. There we go. I just don't like dealing with it. It's a pain in the ass. Boulders. So we're going to do this the old school way. Oh. Which used to get us killed all the time. That was, we didn't, all of us used to do it that way. At least out of the group I used to play with. And it used to get us killed all the time. Because that boulder, like I said, it does so much damage. And the worst part is when it's going slow, it'll knock you back. And you'll start to stand up, and then you'll hit it again, and it'll just... Ooh, that was unnerving. See how much more damage we did there now that we've got the Hornet Ring? Because backstabs don't count as counters. So we have to just kind of... We have to get the parries. Or actually, you do more counter damage actually if you attack them while they're attacking too. So you can get... With the Hornet Ring, you can get a lot more damage. Then if you've got the Hornet Ring and the Leo Ring and you're using a thrusting weapon, you can get a lot more damage. Because the Leo Ring you get later in the game, but it boosts critical damage of thrusting weapons. Like a lot. Which is kind of funny, because I think, if I remember correctly, thrusting weapons are... I mean, they've always had a fairly high critical modifier. Which basically means they get more damage compared to other weapons. And I don't know if that was implemented in this game or in Dark Souls 2, but it makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, certain weapons just are better if you get critical hits with them, because like a great sword, which by the way is never really sharp, they're normally fairly dull. If I like try to pierce a vital organ, although it might show me doing so in the game, you can kind of assume that it probably isn't going to. It might like shred up the skin, but it's not, and probably just the flesh too, but it's not. Yeah, we don't deal with it. The thrusting weapons and like smaller finesse weapons, you can just get into places better, like vital places better. So that aside, this next area, this next part of Science Fortress is a pain in the ass. Well, it's really not that bad. It's once you get... Oh, nice. On point. So once we start heading upwards, there is a giant who's throwing giant-sized firebombs on us, which is not cool. And they hurt. Like, I think they actually kill you straight up. Or at least me, they would, because I have fairly low health. And I didn't even check that. But, luckily for us, we got the stone plate, which boosts fire defense, which is good. That's what we want. So, basically, we are going to just bolt for the bonfire. So the bonfire here, the only bonfire here, it's kind of a pain to get to. So anything after this point, and you can see where the bombs are going to land, anything after this point, you need to be fast about. So we're going to go up onto this first platform, and then up the second set of stairs. There it is. Firebombs. And then we're going to hook to the right, and there's going to be a section of the wall that's missing. That is where you need to jump. So just... Ooh! Remember, like right here, you can see it right here, and you need to be kind of slow when coming off it, otherwise you can throw yourself over the edge. It's dumb, but it can be done. Alright, let's go use another Twin Humanity, even though we're kind of running out of them. And we're just going to kindle fire. And, I mean, of course, we're going to become human. Because there's a summon here who is amazing. He's Iron Tarkus. He's beefy and tanky, and for the most part, I think he can handle the boss here on his own, as long as he doesn't get, like, thrown around. And by thrown around, I mean literally the Iron Golem will pick you up and throw you. And it's probably going to happen now that I'm talking about it. But he has a habit of picking up the host who's trying to be fairly, like, safe. And rather than just slamming them back down like he normally does, he usually just throws them over the edge. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go we're going to go kill the fire bomber before we start collecting items here. Because I think there's a couple good items here. I'm also not going to pay too much mind to the enemies except for the ones that stand directly in our way for now. So the cool thing about this area is, well, at least one of the things I really like about it is you can see the boss pretty much any time you have an vantage point. So you can see the boss right there. And for any of you who've played Demon Souls, or anyone who likes Demon Souls or knows anything about it, he's very reminiscent of like the Tower Knight, in like at least in like appearance to me, and it's not at all like the Tower Knight fight, because the Tower Knight was a royal pain in the ass because you had to freaking... Actually, I don't remember too much about Demon Souls. I never actually beat it. Maybe that's the thing we should do. We should go back and beat Demon Souls eventually. So, the giants throw these temper tantrums, and they wear themselves out. And it makes me rather... Like, I should feel bad about beating up on them, because I really like the giants. They're like... They don't speak, really. They just kind of make those sounds. And... they're really just doing their job. Actually, that reminds me. Can you see the other giant? So, like I was saying, you can get up to a location and kill the giant that opened the gate for you. I don't know why you would, but you can. I think, no, it's not down over there. I thought it was like... Well, let's see. There's the Undead Parish. There's the... Oh, right. Yeah, he's down on the other side of that tower. Right, I remember. So, yeah, now that we've established where he is for no particular reason, and killed the firebomb giant, who I don't think respawns, we are going to go and we're going to collect a couple of the items here. Also, I think we're going to go talk to the NPC. Even though I'm probably going to die trying to do so? But I don't know. Let's go kill this guy. And Rykard. Okay, so... also, shortcuts? Are you open? Oh, I need the cage key, I think, right? Yeah, I need the cage key. Which is down past the merchant, so we're going to go do that. Yep. Oh, you didn't die. Okay. So I will say, for the friend of mine who wanted to do who wanted to know if you could do a samurai in Dark Souls, you can. It's kind of what we've got going, except there's no real helmet that's very like samurai-like. I guess you could do maybe Ornstein's. It's got the kind of like ornate appearance that theirs did. But there's nothing you can really do to get the Kabuto helmet. Anyway, we'll let him do his thing.
I took him as fortress but I was driven by conceit. was the same. So, let me help you out. With your soul searching. There's nothing more to say. Finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. Bloody fool.
I don't remember. Do you have anything I care about? You got the Katarina stuff. Ah, you got the steel stuff, which if... I love the steel stuff.
Nothing at all?
Nope.
Why not?
Nope, nothing at all. I might come back by a large Titanite chunks. Or, Titanite shards, sorry. So I actually really like the system, the upgrade system in this game compared to the newer ones. Because there's something fulfilling about having a plus 15 weapon, and you can get to plus 15, and I know we're only at like plus 6. But it's not easy to get to plus 15 either. It is a grind to do so. I really want to go back to the Iado, but the Uchikatana is supposed to be better. So let's go and see, shall we? Well, let's do it this way. Let's equip both of them and see which one does more. There it is. So weapon 1, which is so it does 4 more damage. The Uchikatana does 4 more, but it is, I don't know. They look the same, I think. Let me actually take a look. I don't think I've ever taken the time to just compare them. So the Uchikatana has a rounded hilt, whereas the Iado has a more like traditional one, I think. But other than that, they're pretty much the same. I mean, the Iado has a longer... Oh well, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I prefer the Uchikatana because of its power attack. It's just whenever I think of katanas, that is the stance I think of, the draw rather than the overhead. And the overhead, I don't know the styles. I'm not going to claim to know any of the Eastern styles, and I just realized that I do not have my phone telling me the time. So we're just gonna kill the golem, and that's where we're gonna end the episode. But we're not just gonna rush in and kill him. We are gonna do some stuff. So I'm not trying to I'm not trying to get rid of you guys or get away from you guys. I didn't want to be having episodes that are like just base episodes where we're not doing anything that's super interesting, that are super long. Except I'm going to die here. And if I die here, it is going to get super long. Cause I'm have to, well, not really, because I've got the other bonfire there. But yeah, I'm not risking a parry. Sorry, guys. That combat got uninteresting really quick. I need poise. And to be entirely honest, Dark Souls 1 has a fairly limited combat system. As nice as it is and as cool as it was for when it came out, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's lacking, but it is a little less illustrious and less energetic. Like in Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne especially, the combat feels a lot more involved rather than just kind of walk around, attack with the shields down. The enemies are a lot more fluid. Which is cool. Whereas I feel like this Dark Souls was very much more about, rather than learning the abilities your opponents had, very much about learning when you can and can't strike and what moves left enough of a window for what kind of attack. Oh, it's just a large Titanite shard. I mean, just a large Titanite shard. That's a good item. It's a good something. It's a good thing to have. So up here is Prince Rykard, who's a dick. However, I never really thought about how easy that ability was to parry. I mean, immediately, of course, after I say how easy it is to parry, it's... I can't land a single. Also, stairs don't really give you the advantage they should in a sword fight, my friend. I'm sorry. Ooh, oh, you... What am I saying? Why am I so excited? It's just Rykard's rapier. Now, I don't know if that's actually Prince Rykard. I'm pretty certain it's gotta be. Why am I looking for life gems? They're not in this game. I'm pretty certain that is actually Prince Rykard. But there's really no way to be certain because they don't talk about him in any of his other items. They also don't mention whether he... Actually, I don't know if they mention if he attempted to attack Sens Fortress. Because what Sens Fortress was like the threshold between Undeadburg leading into Anor Londo. So in order to get to Anor Londo, which a lot of people did because... I don't remember. See, now I need to refresh myself in the lore. But they attacked Anor Londo. They attempted to get through Sen's Fortress. You never learn who Sen was, which kind of sucks. But they attacked Sen's Fortress to attempt to get through, and Sen's Fortress was built specifically to try to keep people out of Anor Londo. And I don't know if it was to keep people out of Anor Londo. I don't really remember what the whole purpose of this place was, and now I'm actually really upset that I don't remember these things. So I might have to brush up on the lore for the next episode and give a little explanation. But, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, if you guys are interested, I might do that. Maybe I'll just do it and see if anybody is interested. So, the beauty is, I am confident enough to do this without Estus flasks, which is probably a really stupid choice. We're going to put on the Divine Blessing, though. Because the Iron Golem, last I remember fighting him, was really easy. So this is Iron Tarkus, by the way. He's a bro. He's the best. He's the only one who got through Sen's Fortress only to fall off of rafters in Anor Londo and die. So it sucks. It's really sad, actually. So this is the Iron Golem. He's the Iron Golem. I don't really know anything else to talk about him for, but he's just the Iron Golem. He's literally got an Achilles heel. As you can attack his ankles and make him fall. You can actually, if you're fast and have the right build, you can make him fall off the edge. You don't even have to actually be fast, but what I mean by fast and equipped right is you can charge up to him and hit him in the legs with a... Tarkus? Bro, do you want to do something? With a Great Chaos Fireball, with the right build, and you'll stagger him immediately and he'll just fall backwards off of the platform, off the little walkways on. Are you kidding me? I didn't even get it. See, that's the slam I was talking about. And normally, he just ends up throwing off of the edge. I may have spoken too soon about the Iron Golem. I feel like we should probably start working to use the Murakumo. This is really good. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This actually. Come on, Tarkus, keep hitting him. He might actually fall. He might actually fall. Damn it, Tarkus. Blame Tarkus just because I don't do enough damage. Ooh. Oh, God. Thank you, Tarkus. Thank you, bro. So, yeah, we'll do this right quick, and then we'll end the episode, okay? We look awesome. I think we look awesome, at least. It's so pretty. Like, okay, so I know I've talked a lot about how pretty I think this game is, but oh, this vista is so freaking breathtaking. It is so beautiful. And actually, I think I'm just gonna leave you with this. Just that right there. Alright guys, thank you once again for watching my videos. It really means a lot to me that anybody's watching these. I think I broke double digits on one of my videos. And I got comments, which is awesome. Even though one of them is actually from a friend of mine. But that's okay, it doesn't matter. Because people are watching my content and that is awesome. So, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, please leave a like. If you don't like it, and you're not coming back, dislike's fine too. Well, even if you decide you come back later and you dislike the video, don't feel like disliking the video forces you to never come back. It's not. We're not going to shun you for it. Although I might waggle the finger a little bit just because I'm fond of I told you so's. So again, you can leave a dislike guilt free. I don't really care. It's your choice. You do you. I've got a couple more videos behind this one, so if you want to see all the events leading up to this, you can follow the annotations. They should lead you through that journey, or you can check out the rest of my channel. And if you want to see the rest of this, that will be coming out throughout the month, please subscribe. It really means a lot to me that anybody is paying attention to this. So, as it goes, whatever you're doing today or tomorrow or whenever, I hope you have a wonderful time. So, I'll see you later. Bye.